Today is Friday, April 11th, 2014. Welcome back, gentlemen.
Hey, everybody.
Where were you guys? Where were you guys? I came here to the office in New York City. All the lights were off.
I was asleep.
People were screaming.
Who was screaming?
I don't know.
What is this place?
We don't know. But we do have a bunch of announcements to make. At the break in the middle of the show, why don't we get right into the news?
Okay.
First things first, I will say that one little thing I will mention, just in case your ears are afraid, uncensored from now on. Pretty much it is uncensored, ladies and gentlemen.
Here we go.
How fucking cool is that? And I will say it's primarily because I realized that humans made up these sounds that we use to communicate, and to think that a sound could be bad is
That's
kind
really
of
deep.
weird to me.
Also,
I had this
the
weird
fact that-
existential crisis,
really
and now I don't
also,
care.
the fact of censorship, if you bleep something, you know the word they're
Yeah,
bleeping. So
stupid.
it's already in your brain.
So fuck it, let's get into the
Yeah.
news. Movie news. Batman and Superman versus Captain America. We talked about this a couple weeks ago.
Ooh, they're all going to fight in like a cage match?
Not in the slightest.
Their shirts
but
off,
this suddenly was a big news story again this week. I don't know why. Only reason I want to mention it, because we already talked exactly how we felt about it like 3
PMI
weeks
covered
ago.
that. Watch PMI, folks.
I just want to say, I personally think, and I would like to place money on in a bet with someone, but
Give
no
me
one
money.
will do it.
Nope.
Batman and Superman is going to move. Cap is going to stay. One of them is going to move.
You know what?
Or neither of them are going to move, I guess.
but
But they'll both make half the money they could have.
I definitely will put money on the Batman and Superman moving, and here's why. So far, the fan reaction of Captain America and my own reaction,
Captain America Winter Soldier?
yeah, has been like just flawlessly good.
Yes.
Like
Yeah,
even
amazing.
Even if you didn't love it, no one is saying, "Oh, what about that really crappy scene when this happened?"
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
In Man of Steel, like there are people who liked it, but there were so many things wrong with Man of
I
Steel.
haven't found anybody that didn't like Captain America
There's no-
Winter
there's
Soldier.
just
There's no
nothing-
way you
there's
can.
nothing
I found like
wrong
2
with-
people, but they were like kind of.
And now they're 6 feet under, right?
What? They're dead? Oh, I killed them because I'm a. Ow.
I'm a Winter Soldier.
I'm the soldier of the winter.
Santa
I do
Claus.
think it lacked a lot of winter, the movie,
Now,
but
the
that's
thing,
okay.
the thing with this is that I think Marvel is in a really good position because for them, it's just like for Batman and Superman, they're like, this is our big shot.
That's all they've
For
got.
Marvel,
Yeah.
it's like it's just Captain America.
The third
3.
movie in one of our 5
Yeah,
franchises.
I mean, it's only going to make $1 billion, and it's only the
Yeah.
third one, so whatever.
And
Captain
you know
America
what?
2 is already making like the big bucks.
Yeah,
at the box
they've
office.
both said, though, both studios have said, we ain't backing down. I'm
I
not
think
going
that's exciting.
nowhere. I'm not going nowhere!
What is that from?
That's Wolf of Wall Street. I think that's what he said.
Oh, yeah,
Something to
yeah,
that
yeah.
effect. But anyway, so we just want to mention it again because we wanted to reiterate this point.
So, in the position-wise, who is over the barrel, and who is the one who is destroying the other ones behind?
What?
So yes, the answer is yes. Moving on, we have some Spider-Man news. Shailene Woodley, remember she was supposed to be in Amazing Spider-Man 2?
But she got pregnant and had a baby. And
Right.
Then,
No,
her
that's the
friend-
secret life of the American
And then her friend didn't.
teenager.
Yeah, her friend didn't, and then her baby died. And
Oh, wait, yeah,
Wait,
Jake's
Secret
right. That
Life
was
of the
our
American
Secret Life
Teenager.
commentary tracks.
Yeah.
That's right.
I'm getting real life confused.
She shot a couple scenes for Amazing Spider-Man
For, like,
2
a cameo.
as Mary Jane,
Right.
and then they said kaputs to that.
Well, because they said they wanted to streamline the sequel's story. What happened was, realistically, Sony was like, wait, we'll do this villains thing. Forget the love stuff.
Yeah.
So they now brought it into villains instead. Which apparently the sequel, it's obviously chock full of villains, as we know from the I've only seen one trailer. When I saw Captain America, I had to look at the floor and go like this.
That's what I did.
And everyone was probably looking at me like,
Yeah,
I
people
was
were looking
alone.
at me like, that guy's weird.
But
I was
anyway.
like this. I was like,
Why isn't that
Yep.
guy watching
Same
the
with
Spider-Man
X-Men. I was
trailer?
like, no. But yeah, so apparently she doesn't know if she's going to be in the third one at all. I'll tell you right now, spoiler alert, she's out. They're not going to have her.
if she doesn't know by now, then
She's got Divergent and Invergent and Sovergent and Quivergent.
No,
and,
the one
you know,
after Divergent is called
Resurgent.
Divergent.
I don't know. I don't
Divergent. What is the opposite of diverting?
Heart Surgeon, I think is what it is.
It'd be on
Reverting.
Revert.
Reverberating.
We
That's
did
what
it.
it is called.
Starring
Reverberation starring Shailene Woods.
and her baby. Wait
Yeah.
a minute, I'm getting confused again. Oh.
You know she doesn't shower.
So
that's like
the
a
next thing is
I
that
like my women sticky and smelly.
apparently Drew Goddard who was already writing Sinister Six. Apparently
Yeah.
he is directing Sinister Six.
Okay.
Okay, so this is a question for the fans of the Spidey.
Well, that wasn't a
verse.
question. It was a statement. But
I'm making a question
Ow!
from my face.
okay.
I'm quite familiar with the Sinister Six.
Yeah.
And like their whole thing, why they're the Sinister Six, because they hate Spider-Man.
Yep. He's the worst.
Hate
So
Spider-Man.
I
He's
guess
the
it's
worst.
just Spider-Man 4.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean-
So like, what are they gonna do in
I
their
guess
own movie?
it'll be interesting because I guess it'll be a flip side, and you'll be like in their lair while Spider-Man is away somewhere else. Wouldn't it be
No,
cool?
no way.
Wouldn't
They
it
would
be
never
cool
do
if they
that.
did like a time jump thing where it was like stuff going on during the other movies? I'd be down for that.
I would love
but
that,
it's
but I
like-
don't think they would ever do
Is it
that.
No,
just
I
gonna
don't
be
think they're smart enough.
Is it going to be like the comedy routine goofs, like between Doc Ock and Vulture? Be like, Vulture, you're stupid. And
He's like, "Shut up, Octopus Man."
all the people in the base go, oh!
Yeah.
Honestly, I have
Shocker
no
just
idea.
like throws something. He's like, "Shit."
But I do trust Goyard. Goyer. No, not Goyer. Goddard. I do
Goddard.
trust Goddard. So that's. I guess that could be cool.
Well, I like the whole thing when someone writes something and also directs it.
That's always nice because they've
You
got
know?
the
Yeah.
vision already.
yeah,
So there you
got
go.
the vision. You put it on the screen.
Speaking
That's
of
what they say.
vision, not the vision.
From Marvel.
Vision,
No.
like
Not at
with-
all.
With sight.
We have some X-Men related news, and it's really not, I guess, related to Vision necessarily. But have you seen the latest commercials? Actually,
Also, that wasn't a scene from the X-Men Days of Future Past.
No, you
No.
were wrong. It's not a deleted
I
scene.
actually
It's a
saw it on
commercial
TV.
for Carl's Jr. I haven't seen it on TV, but why don't you explain what exactly this commercial is?
All right.
There's
well,
one with. There's one with.
Jennifer Lawrence.
No, not Jennifer Lawrence. It's like a fake.
It's like a fake,
Someone else
okay.
doing the act. And then the one we're going to talk about is
with Quicksilver,
Yes.
and it shows Quicksilver in all his weird-looking Ramona Flowers get-up glory, and
Get-up glory.
He's eating a Carl's Jr. cheeseburger, but like he's like doing it fastly, and it's kind of cool because the way they did it, the way they showed his speed is kind of just like cut, like
Yeah, I was going to say.
I thought it looked pretty cool actually.
It's
We were
cool, yeah.
talking about it like being
Yeah.
a little nervous, but I
Well-
thought it looked pretty damn like awesome.
Yeah, I was going to say, pretty much in any superhero movie, people who can run really fast, it always looks lame.
Right.
This is
They
like...
didn't show him.
they-
He just appeared. Didn't
it's-
we say we wanted that?
Well, yeah, what
Yeah.
it's like they cut the frames out of him moving.
Right.
So it's like... Toof, toof, toof.
which is
Yeah,
cool
it's
because I
fantastic.
liked it
Yeah.
because they didn't show the movement, like they didn't show blur, like, and the only thing that actually represented the movement was his hair. Like
Yeah.
you would just notice his hair, like he just stopped running, like he
Uh-huh.
just stopped moving. I thought that was really creative. I thought that was really
It's
cool.
like, remember in SpongeBob when everyone got superpowers and SpongeBob's like, you want to see me run over to that rock back there?
You want to see me do it again?
That's brilliant. That was one of the funniest jokes of all time.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be cool. The way that's how they're going along with it, kind of. They've never done that before in like a media. in,
Well,
like, a
you've seen
modern-
every movie then?
No, but I'm just saying.
You've
I've
seen
seen a
the-
lot
yeah,
of movies
okay,
where
in
people
the
run
movie.
super
You've
fast.
seen every movie where someone has the ability to run very
Definitely.
Very
fast.
I
quickly,
think
or
I
eat a burger
probably
very
have.
quickly.
Yeah.
Now, by the way, do you give a shit that it's a Carl's Jr. ad? I don't care.
It's
I couldn't
delicious.
care less. But I mean, like,
I've
some people
never
are
had
like,
Carl's
our
Jr.
first look is in a Carl's Jr. commercial. I
Well,
don't give a shit.
it's like the sanctity of X-Men has been ruined. It's not. because
Right.
X-Men
You've
has
seen his
kind of-
get-up, right?
X-Men has always kind of had like some chintzy
And
ads.
Quicksilver loves Carl Jr. I mean,
Well, you know what, though?
He
That's
probably
ripped
does.
right from the comics.
I mean,
Yep.
look at him.
I think he looks fantastic.
he looks...
No, the movement.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
And that was also just a segue, so
Yeah,
we can
yeah.
talk about Fantastic Four.
Oh no.
I love that I said the segue thing, and you guys were like, well,
well, this
wait a
news,
minute.
This news isn't bad. This is
Uh,
probably
I
the
don't
best
know this.
casting.
I don't
so
know
far.
anything
don't know
about this, though. Doctor Doom will be played by Helen Mirren.
No, wait.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry, I'm not wearing my glasses. Toby Kebbell. Toby Kebbell.
Yeah.
I don't know who this is.
Pebble and Bits.
Oh,
Go ahead, Jake. Who is it?
I don't know who it is.
Okay, you
But,
started off by saying
I-
this is great news.
Yeah, I did. I went to Google Images and I looked up his face. Looked at a lot of pictures of his face.
I studied him really hard.
Then I looked up shirtless,
And he's-
on the beach, bikini.
He's fine. I think he'll be fine as
Oh, he's
Doctor Doom.
fine,
I mean,
huh?
I've never seen him act. Sorry, but his face is fine, and that's fanboys. That's all we care about. So that's all I care about.
God, really?
Well, he's
Yeah.
gonna be wearing his Doom mask.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
I hope his voice is doomy.
I hope he...
What do you think? What do you hope he sounds like, Jake?
I don't know. He doesn't have to sound like. I hope he just sounds like
I hope he sounds like... "Brr."
I am Doctor Doom. Like he could just sound like Doctor Doom can just
He
sound,
just sound like Jake not putting on a
like
voice.
Doctor,
Well, like,
Doctor Doom
sometimes
doesn't sound like a robot. He could just sound like a mean guy.
Well, sometimes he's got a German accent.
Sometimes because he's from Latveria.
Latveria, his own country.
Yeah, which
Hey.
is totally made up.
Just because we're uncensored doesn't mean you can say anything you want, pal. Let's
Yep.
move on from one Fantastic to another. Fantastic Four? Nope. Fantastic Beasts. And where to find them.
That's
Nerds.
a Harry Potter. That was
Spin-off book.
essentially
It's a book in,
It was a book in the Harry,
Harry
Potter,
Potter
universe that was
universe.
kind of like a textbook. If
like, Hogwarts, a history.
yeah,
I don't
exactly.
know why I said that with like
that was
a
an
cockney
awful
a little
accent.
bit. Hogwarts, a history.
Oh, governor.
But anyway, governor. So yeah, we're getting a spin-off, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
Now-
I'm not super pumped. I don't really care.
They did
I never-
actually publish a Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find
And
Them.
how long
book.
is it? I think it's about 55 pages.
It's not long. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't think it's.
Is there like is it like just a textbook of like different monsters?
It's
or
not,
is it like
sort of.
like
No, I don't think it's a story. I think
This
it's
will be a story. This has
This
characters and adventures.
So it's a 56-page book. We're getting a trilogy.
Now, did you hear the thing where it takes place in New York?
No. Oh, now I'm excited. I hope that's true.
Maybe I read the wrong thing.
I think
should
you
come,
did.
I should come a little more prepared.
Hogwarts, New York.
Hey, get that fucking
It's like
wizard out of here!
It's like a hotel
Get that
where they just
wizard
opened a
outta
new
here.
one.
Hey, I'm magicking here.
Oh, I get it.
don't know.
Everybody is magicking at me.
I always thought in the Harry Potter. Like, I've seen all the Harry Potter movies.
Sure, I believe it.
I've always thought, like, while it was going on, like, man, the adventures of Harry Potter have got to be the least interesting things going on in the world of Harry Potter right now, because, like, it really dawned on me in the one where it's like they go to the real world and they have that fucking fight where they're shooting like lasers and stuff.
Yeah,
It's like,
that was a little crazy.
yeah, it's like, what's going on? Like, does this happen all the time in like Magic World? It's like,
Well, more so, it's like, does anything going on at Hogwarts at any point matter to the rest of the world?
It's like,
What? Nobody knows what's happening.
Yeah, it's like,
nobody
what
knows
if?
who Voldemort.
So
is.
cut
what
off,
if
yeah.
Voldemort won? What
No,
if? Like,
they did raise the stakes in the movies though by like destroying that bridge that one time. It's like, okay, so magic can affect the world. They just choose not to most of the time. I guess.
People can't get to work and
So
walk
it's like,
across
what
the
if
Thames.
the real world?
The Thames.
What if the real world
The Thames.
wanted to screw up Magic World? What if like they were like the wizards are
Yo,
invading?
can we fly a plane into Hogwarts?
Yeah, can we shoot Voldemort in the brain?
The only way to get into Wizardland is through like do you know it's like through really abstract, stupid ways. Run into a wall in the middle of a train station.
Right, but it's like
go
that just
in the
gets you to the
fireplace.
platform.
Go in the fireplace.
That just gets you to the platform.
Yeah.
That train. Do people see that train leave?
Wonder where that train is going. Should we follow
And how
it?
do we get to it? Oh well. Now let me
Harry
ask you a
Potter
question.
geography.
You looked it up on your phone
Yeah.
just now. Did you look up the New York thing?
Yeah, I couldn't find anything.
Okay.
I don't know where I read that.
Moving on.
Rumor debunked.
Yeah. Sorry.
Um,
I should have came a little prepared
Myth
for our
busted.
new episode.
Yeah, it's okay. But busted. Bond.
Bond. James Bond. Jimmy
There's so
Bond.
many other ways you could have said like busted Bond.
This
That
episode
doesn't make
is
sense.
this is a mess.
I know it
Anyway,
doesn't make sense,
this is
but
a
it's better than
goddamn
just
mess.
going Beasley.
Bonus clip. It's a comedy bang bang joke. But basically, we've got Bond. James Bond.
I said.
Oh, you clever
Nerds.
bastards.
That makes us nerds again.
What a mess.
A villain.
Yeah.
Potential villain in Chiwetel Ejiofor from 12 Years a Slave.
Yes.
very
Or the villain in Serenity, as most people have been
very
saying.
good at
Well,
that
he was
pronunciation.
good at that. Thank you.
He was a good villain in Serenity.
I thought he was a great villain in
I've
24
always
Years a
liked
Slave,
him.
too.
24 years
The
of slave.
sequel to 12 Years a Slave, where he goes
gets
back
revenge.
and he enslaves all the white folk. But it goes
I
to his
really
head.
didn't mean to say that. I meant to make the joke that he was a villain in that, but
Yeah,
no.
honestly, I like.
He was making it real difficult for the white people in that movie. I will say
It's
that.
like, come on. It's like,
What?
It's like, just pick the cotton. Why do you gotta do it?
Just do what you're told.
This is bad. This is
You know,
awful.
I will
I don't
say,
condone any
if
of
you watch the
these thoughts.
Patreon video, no black people. I think black people really think I hate them.
He doesn't.
I
He
hope
doesn't.
everybody knows I'm joking. But anyway, go on.
I will say, I've always liked him more in like a villainous kind of
villainous
scary role.
Well, he's intense.
He has like the
he
intensity.
was brilliant
He was
in 12
even
Years a
intense
Slave.
in 12 Years a Slave.
Yes,
yeah.
he was brilliant.
Like
It was
if
like it was so weird because it's like I didn't really like 12 Years a Slave, but he was like so different from everything else in the movie.
Right,
it
right.
felt like two movies super.
like he was too
Yeah.
good. Like he
he
was
was
Yes,
too good
he
for the
felt
movie.
new and fresh, and the rest of it felt kind of been there, done that a little
Yeah.
bit. I thought, and yeah, but so he was the standout, and Lupita I thought was great as well. I thought
Yeah,
all the
she was
acting was
great.
great in that movie,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
he was fantastic. I would love to see this. However, this does bring up an interesting point. He was rumored to be. To be
In Star Wars.
In Star Wars, yeah. I don't want to say performing in Star Wars, but he was rumored to be playing a part in Star Wars.
Well, I
and
tell
now
you
that's
what,
probably not going to happen.
you can phone in a Bond villain in a weekend. Like you could do that, no problem. Just like a show up. That's
That
like a
is true,
side
yeah,
job.
if you're
really
good
have
enough,
to-
if you're really
I mean,
good,
like
You don't
how
have
much
to,
work
like-
did Javier Bardem have to put into? You know, what I mean, like
yeah, I guess I could see that
You don't
because they're
have-
kind of cartoony.
they have like a couple of
You can
scenes.
play it
you
kind
know,
of crazy,
They're not
yeah.
like
You need a
all
cat,
over the movie.
you know,
You didn't need a cat, yeah, that's all.
the cat.
Yeah.
But speaking of Star Wars, we have a little bit of news about Star Wars.
Yeah,
First things
this is-
first, filming has begun.
That's a surprise.
And
I
the
was like,
script
whoa.
is finished. The script is finished. However many drafts they had. But filming has begun with a completed script. But the main thing that people are shocked about is that there hasn't been any cast confirmed.
No.
Minus
They're keeping
one
it
this
under
week.
wraps.
Peter Mayhew is officially back as Chewbacca.
Awesome.
People
Wait.
want to hear it. Go.
Wait,
Not
no, I don't. I
bad.
can't do it.
No,
Wait,
that wasn't that
I'm on
bad.
spot. Wait, no.
Well, all right. You should have. That first one was really great. You should have just pulled a Costanza and backed out of the room
Yeah,
when
I
you did
should've.
that right the first
I
time.
don't
But also returning is Tatooine. Apparently, they're filming in Morocco, and apparently that's going to be Tatooine.
desert.
Okay, cool. Very
pretty cool.
That's
Yeah.
It's so far. It's like it's already got kind of like two things that are making me excited. Not to sound like a nerd, but I think it's
Nerds.
cool. They're filming it on film. It's not digital.
Oh,
Yeah,
are
that's
they?
cool.
Okay.
Yeah, filming on film.
Well, they've got the money for it.
Yeah,
The
and-
reason I'm anti-film is because if you
Yeah.
want to pay for it, go for it, but it's
And-
expensive.
And they're actually going to a desert instead of just making
Yes.
a giant computer
That's always
desert.
Could have very easily been a green
Oh,
screen.
yeah,
Imagine if we see Moroccan shots though, and it's just a green screen in the desert.
What is this doing here?
I love this because I really hope we get to see an aged Chewbacca because older Wookiees look really
He's
cool.
in white.
A white Wookiee?
Like, well, they don't get white. They gray.
What do they get? They gray.
They get-
Okay.
Yeah.
Do
They
you think that Chewbacca is going to infamously die as he did in
In the car crash?
the
Is that another comedy
that's
bang bang joke?
that's an old pretty much it joke though. No, there was an old pretty. We
No,
had
no,
this
no.
whole death scenario.
Oh, we
planned out
did,
for
didn't
him.
we?
No,
Yeah.
but like
I'm sorry.
yeah.
No, and he got a
Wrong.
lightsaber and he died.
Oh
that's
yeah,
right,
that's right.
But
Oh my god.
It's true that in an expanded universe
Yeah.
book, Chewbacca does.
Well,
does meet
time
his
does
fate.
pass.
yeah. Oh yeah. Yep.
Chewbacca dies of old
I like to
age,
think
yeah.
everybody dies
Yeah.
eventually.
Of old age,
Yeah.
Chewbacca's
I
like
like to
hospice.
think that everybody dies.
Even Max
eventually.
Rebo dies.
Oh no! Spoilers.
Max Rebo's race is immortal.
No, they're not. The purple pillow hippo elephant jazz
Hey,
musicians.
speaking of purple, purple,
Is
They're
the one
blue.
that's
They're
green.
blue. Sorry.
blue, and orange. Is it? Are those the Ninja
Yeah,
Turtle
you got
colors?
it. You got it.
Yay! What are
No,
the
no,
names?
You missed one. You missed one.
Okay, tell me them. What are the names and the colors?
Leonardo.
Michelangelo,
Michelangelo is orange. Leonardo is purple.
Okay.
Raphael.
Oh, I said green. That's not one of
Raphael
them.
is red.
Green is
Raphael
their
red.
skin.
And whatever the last one is,
Oh,
is
red
the
was what I
last
missed.
one.
Yeah.
Anyway, purple. I think it was.
Blue.
Fuck it. Moving on, we have some. Like that was it. We're just gonna go over the Ninja Turtles names. So obviously, in the last episode and 2 weeks ago, everyone was going, insane over the Ninja
Yeah.
Turtles.
Yeah.
Somebody quote unquote fixed the faces. Now, fixed, of course, is
Yeah.
a subjective term because as Mike always says, it's not your movie.
Yeah.
So to fix something that isn't yours to begin with is like okay.
Yeah, it's like I fixed it.
Yeah.
I fixed it my way.
Yeah, the way I want to see it, which is fine because hey,
Yeah.
I love when people just like take it upon themselves to do like fan art and stuff.
Yeah.
What do you think though? I actually thought they looked pretty great.
Holy shit, they look
looks-
good.
They looked
It looks
fantastic.
fantastic as a still. Now, if you saw this moving in the Michael Bay movie,
Yeah.
and their mouths
Would it be
were
too
moving,
crazy?
It would be too crazy.
You know, they
It's
did
like-
do for one of the shots. They did like an in between. It was like
Right.
halfway to the puppets, the Henson puppets, and halfway to like realistic.
It's like
Yeah.
if they had that
what does a
mouth,
realistic
like,
turtle look like?
Yeah,
though?
if they had that old mouth like in those fan
It would just
redesigns,
puppet up and
it would
down?
Just puppet up and down.
I don't
And, like,
know. I think
you
they
could
could do it in
that-
between.
You could do you could CG lips on it, but it would be way too removed from like it would
Right.
just look like a cartoon.
They
Like,
I think it was Comic Book Movie. They interviewed one of the two creators of
Right.
the original, and
Peter
he said
something or other.
And he
Forget
was
his name.
saying, with the new turtle designs, he's like, I don't know.
He was
if
very,
it-
very
he was
mature about
pretty
it. That was
yeah,
great.
he wasn't like an idiot,
No.
but he said like, if it's not broken, why fix it? It's a perfect example
yeah.
of that.
You know what? You know that newer Ninja Turtles show?
Yeah.
The
On
cartoon,
Nickelodeon?
I
Yep.
guess.
Yeah.
I think they look badass there. And like it's kind of like this interesting, almost like blocky, like almost like
They are kind
Minecraft-ish
of
looking
blocky,
thing.
yeah.
But in a cool way. And I don't know, I feel like they could have done something
Well,
like
apparently
that.
that's a very
I don't know.
successful show.
Yeah,
It is.
apparently.
People love it. But I really wanted the CG movie that came out a couple of years ago.
To
You
do
don't
better.
Oh, that's right. That, you know what? That was a good movie.
Was so good.
I didn't see it. Should I watch
was,
it?
mm,
Well, I don't
would-
care about the
You
Ninja
should
Turtles.
absolutely watch it.
I would
Okay.
never tell anybody you got to check out that CG Teenage Mutant Ninja
Yeah.
Turtles
I
movie.
do, but I don't
But
really
it was definitely not a bad movie.
No, it was great.
It was.
I thought it was really
I
cool.
wouldn't even say it was great. But,
I would say it was great. Fuck you.
In fact, I hated it now that I think back.
But like as a modern Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie,
It was
that
cool
like it-
as
well,
yeah.
hell.
even though it was like nothing really happened the whole time.
Everything happened. The world
Well-
was like got destroyed by these ancient beings.
Yeah.
And the turtles had to fight them.
Well, listen.
That's the
I'm
only
sorry.
thing.
Was
Yeah,
it
sorry.
colorful and cartoony?
Yes.
Okay.
It was actually dark and
Let me
gritty.
say,
There was
Right?
the monsters were cartoony.
They were goofy.
all right,
Goofy,
listen. This movie, would you say that this new movie, though, looks dark and gritty?
No.
I really wouldn't, to be honest with you, but a lot of people are.
Here's what a lot of people are saying. It's
Because
like
it looks
it's
realistic.
like, guys, the foot soldiers have guns.
Now that,
Now,
I don't
it's
see
like-
why everyone can't be a ninja
like-
myself, but
They
whatever.
definitely still have swords too. I saw it.
They
All right,
better,
yeah,
because
but-
that's cool.
But it's like let's use a little bit of imagination. this is going to be a Michael Bay produced movie. This is going to be somewhat based in reality.
Yeah.
Somewhat.
And they
As
wouldn't.
much as
Yeah,
you
they
go-
wouldn't be like trying to conduct 9/11 with
Yeah,
swords.
There's not going to be like ninjas hopping around like
Yeah.
robbing banks.
Yeah.
It
I don't
wouldn't
know,
work.
but that would be cool.
Now the posters that.
Yes,
were
I was going to say.
released-
Speaking of the weapons and speaking of cartoony, these posters are beautiful.
Oh, okay.
You didn't like 'em?
I like the idea behind it,
Oh,
but
they're-
I don't.
they're
The
colorful.
posters didn't do anything for me.
I think they're like
you know?
adorable. They have all the weapons. I
Alright.
think they look cool.
Adorable.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like their
Going for those
hands though.
weapons.
Like they have like turtle fingernails.
Yes. Yes,
Do you
they
remember in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 that they weren't allowed to use their weapons?
Why?
Because after the first Teenage
yeah.
Mutant Ninja Turtles, they were like, "Oh, we can't have actual weapons being used." so in
Oh,
the
like
second
what?
one,
Like parents complained or something?
So like in the
Okay.
second one, they use like makeshift weapons. Like
Well,
the
'cause-
guy with the nunchucks, like he picked up like a sausage salami, and it was like,
Oh, how wacky.
Well,
because when you go back, the first one was like real as fuck. Like it was like it was intense.
There's some
Like
real
it was
shit
like
going on.
it was like early '90s, like dark, dank New York City. There was like real issues, and like they were like facing real
there
problems.
was like murder and rape. It
Yeah.
was nuts.
Yeah.
well, you know what? Now apparently our childhoods are being ruined. And speaking of childhoods being ruined, The Goonies.
all right. I mean,
Now, did you hear about this?
Yeah.
Donner, of course,
Richard
the director.
Donner.
Yes. He was speaking to TMZ, or actually being quizzed on TMZ about why
Funny.
superhero movies suck these days, and he kept saying they don't. And the guy kept saying, but yeah, they do. And he's like, no. Okay, whatever. And he finally, all of a sudden, he goes, we're doing a sequel to The Goonies. And it kind of read to me as him just saying, like, fuck off to the
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
I don't know if it's true. I think they've been saying it for, like,
it's amazing.
years.
TMZ wants
But-
something to do with Richard Donner.
I know,
Like,
right?
Usually,
Very
like,
bizarre.
aren't they after like Lady Gaga or
Yeah.
something? Like what?
But I don't give a shit.
I don't give a shit.
Again, it's like,
I
this
was
is
gonna
like,
say,
wow.
Goonies was not even
Who
that big of a
cares?
thing for me when I was a kid.
You know, it wasn't a huge thing for me either. I was more of a Stand By Me kind of guy.
I
But,
would love to see it.
as far as like coming.
I
of
mean,
age movies.
I know I'm part. I always say this. I know I'm part of the problem, but I would like to see a movie in that style, totally new for kids these
Dude,
days.
did you
probably wouldn't
skip,
work as
Did you
well.
skip? I didn't see it, but apparently the Kings of Summer was like that. And did you see the Way Back? We got a lot of good coming of age movies,
Kings
man.
of Summer was good. Yeah, but like with like Treasure and Pirates. And
Okay.
Like
Well, then,
special.
no, but they're
like,
not a
weird
sequel.
Coming of
sloth
age
guys.
movies aren't good
That can
unless
still
there's
be
a,
done originally.
I
Like,
want a movie where there's kids and they go on an adventure and,
and
they,
there's
Pirates
got to
and
be
criminals.
treasure.
Yeah.
they find a treasure and then they all become friends.
They can counterfeit pennies, like in that episode of Hey Arnold, classic.
That was good.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm really not interested in this. I only mentioned it because I thought everybody else might be, like
Yeah.
in the viewership of pretty much it. But I don't really care.
Yeah, it's-
Actually, wait a minute. Did one of our viewers even know what the Goonies is? Now that I think
Uh-oh.
about it. Anyway,
What a
you let us
horrible
know.
life. What a
Yeah, because there's a lot of youngsters out there. But the last thing I want to mention here before we talk about a couple of trailers real quick is Pixels. It's a new Adam
Oh, no, there's a
Sandler
trailer
comedy.
for it?
No, but have you heard of it? There's a new.
Have you seen the original?
No.
Wait,
I thought it was
what?
based on a video game.
No, it's based on a very, very short film where it's just pretty much just like some guy's visual effects reel. He just
Right.
takes shots of New York City getting like pixelized and like video
Oh.
game things flying around.
Okay.
That was
So they're like adding a story to this.
That's exactly.
So
what-
it's
yeah.
Adam Sandler and
Which-
Kevin James.
And they're in a city, and it becomes.
No,
Video
But-
Kevin James and I know who else is in it.
But Peter Dinklage
yeah.
Yeah, and Michelle Monaghan.
and Michelle Monaghan was just added. Who, if you don't, I feel like you'd recognize every name. Maybe not Michelle Monaghan. She played Woody Harrelson's wife on True Detective, and she's in a lot of great stuff. She's fantastic.
This is
What?
twisting me up inside.
Yeah, two
It's
people
like-
that I don't give a rat's ass about. You know, really just one. Kevin James, I'm like, ugh. Adam Sandler can be good.
Yeah.
Not
It can
usually.
be good, but it's like, is he
but-
in it or is he like involved? In
I
the
think he's
production
in
of the
it. I
movie?
believe he's
'Cause
in it.
if
He's
he-
producing it too, of course.
Okay, well, yeah. If Adam Sandler is involved in the production of the movie, it's like I'm already
right.
I'm
If
already
he's just
out.
acting in like
yeah.
the cobbler,
Yeah.
that I'm excited.
I do
about.
have faith in Peter Dinklage and his agent and like. their
Right. Like, why
decision.
would he? Well, then again, he's done some weird.
Well,
things.
he did.
Well, it's
I mean, like
Peter
you would
Dinklage
say.
has the power right now. Like when you're like an actor and like you've got like you're on
You're
the
in a big
coolest
thing.
show.
Yeah,
you're the
I've got
coolest.
the power.
You're the coolest character on the coolest show.
Game of
You could do
Thrones.
fucking anything.
Yeah.
You'd be
Yeah.
like, I'm Peter Dinklage. I'm Tyrion Lannister. Well, I
Well-
pay my debts. Whoop.
I will. I pay all my
Pay my
debts
debts.
because I'm
Yeah,
rich.
yeah.
I will say though, did you see the trailer for The Angriest Man in Brooklyn with Robin Williams and Mila Kunis and Peter Dinklage?
No.
No.
Looks like a piece of shit. And Peter Dinklage is in it. It looks terrible. But speaking of trailers, a couple of trailers that we want to talk about real quick.
Okay.
Did you see the trailer for Chef?
Yeah.
The,
Chef's
the
alright.
new John Favreau movie with Robert Downey Jr.'s in it, Scarlett Johansson's in it. I think it's just John
Oh, no,
Favreau's
I
way to
missed this
kiss.
one.
It looks like he's about to kiss Scarlett Johansson at one point. This is gonna make me hungry as fuck. Can I just say that right
Yeah.
now?
Yeah, it's a
Holy
food
shit! It's
movie.
about
Just
like
like-
food trucks and
Just like
stuff.
Ratatouille.
Oh.
I can't watch Ratatouille without just being like, I want that to be
need that
real.
food.
No, I look at it. I go, that's not real. That's not even real soup.
I think
Want
I think
nothing.
it
What are you
looks
talking
good.
about? Are you telling me you've never watched a cartoon character eat food and be like,
Well,
I want that cartoon food to be
yeah.
real?
Yeah, most of the time, no. But Krabby Patties look freaking
Oh yeah, I want
delicious.
to
There you
try
go.
Why
They look
Universal
freaking
Studios
delicious.
doesn't have an entire Krabby Patty place is beyond me. But anyway,
Well,
that's a
yeah,
story
but
for another day.
Even the
have a
chum
Krusty
bucket.
Krab.
Even
Or
the
a
chum
Oh
bucket
my
Hunker
God,
Burger.
the Krusty Krab, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'll eat
Oh,
the chum
Hunker
bucket.
Burger. Yeah, that was
Dick.
Nickelodeon. Yeah, Nickelodeon's there.
Universal
Interesting.
Studios, come on.
Well, anyone would know what that is now. But
No, Disney owns Hunker Burger now.
it's true. Shit.
Open it up, Disney.
It looks like a piece of shit. But anyway, oh no, I'm sorry. I'm thinking back to the last
Chef?
movie. No, I'm thinking back to the Angriest Man in Brooklyn. Oh, sorry.
Chef
Even a
looks
shitty
okay.
title,
Chef
yeah.
looks good, and
Chef
it
looks
looks
cute.
like I'm going to be hungry.
Yeah.
But we also have. I want to talk about this. Did you see the trailer for Palo Alto, the
No,
new
I
James
haven't.
Franco movie?
No, this is the one where he.
Okay, so listen. There was a quote unquote
this
scandal
movie.
last week, right?
I can't believe this is
James
even a thing.
Franco. Now this is great though. James Franco was he's doing Of Mice and Men on Broadway right now, and I've been
Are we
hanging
gonna
out with
talk
him
about
every
this?
night.
Really, this is what we're gonna.
I
talk
really
about?
quickly I need to because it was my favorite news story of last week. But he's doing that. Yeah, he's doing the show, and out. They go and sign autographs and stuff outside. Very nice of him. Blah blah blah. And there was a girl out there who was doing an Instagram, and he points at the camera and he goes, "You got to tag me." And so she tags him on Instagram. He writes to her privately and says like, "How do you have a boyfriend? How old are you?" Blah blah. She's
He's very
17.
forward.
Yeah, she like 3 questions in a row, and she like answers them sort of whatever. It's really really goofy. And then finally they start. He's like, "What's your number?" And she gives him her number. She's texting. They're texting back and forth. And basically he wants to come to wherever hotel she's at, get a room there, and like hook up with her.
And stunk her.
I guess. And
Stunk her virgin body.
yeah, sure. Well, maybe. But basically, she ends up saying, she's like, "I'll come back when I'm 18," and she cuts it short. And so everyone was like, we're not going to comment on the fact that 17 is the legal age in New York or anything like that. And so it's really whatever.
Now
but
you think this is a
well,
and you
yes.
and many other people think
what we're
this
gonna
is
do
publicity
is
stuff.
what we're gonna do is talk about the fact that this is the plot of his new movie.
Yeah.
Palo Alto is about James Franco, who plays a school teacher who tries to hook up with a young student. And it comes out very soon. The trailer was released just days before this happened, and they got this movie kickstarted. Like, it's his movie based on his book, and he would be the one marketing it.
Oh yeah.
If you like,
How
that's
could this
interesting.
possibly not be
like,
marketing?
If you saw like the text conversation, and
It's
like
so goofy.
yeah, if you thought that was
You think
legitimate,
James Franco really is like,
that, like-
oh my, he could get
James
anybody he
Franco
wants of any
can
age
fuck
ever.
anything,
And he can anything.
He can fuck
And
anything.
he's like desperately like, how old are you? How? What's this? Where's your boyfriend? Do you have a boyfriend? Oh no. Okay. Great. Oh my god. He's like freaking out.
Can I just say something though? Like I want this to be real. Because
Why?
like
Why?
I don't know, I like it. Like I feel like I would like do something like that.
I mean, I know he went on.
Like I want to see like he's a fallible
if I was
person
James
that does
Franco, I
stupid
would
shit
do
like
that.
me.
Yeah, I guess.
Even if she wasn't 17, it's like, come on.
That's an admission of guilt.
You get away with it.
What if you're a celebrity? But yeah, we're like I said, we're gonna ignore like the legal issues and the fact that like when Twilight comes out, Taylor Lautner was 17 and all the moms were going crazy over him and nobody cared about that. So we're not going to talk about any things like that, although I did by just mentioning it. But we're just going to talk about, like, again, not talk about it, but just the fact that it's marketing.
Silly.
I wanted to bring it up.
I
And the
hope
movie looks
I
good.
hope it's a good movie.
I thought
yeah.
the movie looks real good.
In conclusion, I hope it's a good movie.
Yeah, and that's it. But now we're going to take a short break. We don't have any TV news. We're going to take a short break.
Can I go to the bathroom or no?
Yeah, go run to the bathroom if
Jake.
you really need to.
Can I actually? Like, are you gonna pause
Do you
it and
really
edit
need
it?
to? I'm not going to edit it.
I've been
We're
shaking
taking a break.
my leg. I gotta,
Go to the
I
bathroom
really
real quick.
wanted to
Mike
talk
and
to
Mike
you,
and I will
Jake.
talk for a minute.
No, it's fine.
You might be wondering, what is this? Why are they
is
taking
this
a break?
break?
Like, what's going on right now? From now on, this is part of our new thing, and these are all the announcements we have to make.
We're
that-
advertising Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah.
Delicious coffee makes me feel good.
we normally would make announcements at the start of the show, like first 2 or 3 minutes or so. And, and it's like, okay, well, hey, you get to watch the show for free, so here, listen to these couple announcements that might be able to help us, like, Patreon, commentary
but-
track, blah, blah, blah. But you know what? We're not going to presume that you want to help us. You know what I mean? You can watch the show and not ever give a shit about us. That's perfectly fine. And we shouldn't expect that you care. However, if you do care,
If you're one of those cool cats.
we will be making any like announcements and stuff like that in the break in the middle of the show like we will now.
a little
yeah.
buffer.
That being said,
Little breather.
we have a couple of things to say. First of all, happy birthday, Sam. But the biggest announcement that we've got is that we have left our network, which we loved our network. They were great, but we have decided to leave our network, our
We're
YouTube
leaving
network.
home.
We are going ad-free.
No YouTube ads.
No
You're
YouTube
welcome.
ads anymore.
You're freaking welcome.
You will never see YouTube ads on videos going forward, on our YouTube videos at least.
Yeah.
And if you do, let us know because it's a glitch. We are going officially full Patreon. # full Patreon.
Ooh,
and now,
push
if
me
you're
off the
still
side.
confused about Patreon, you can click the link in the info to check out my new podcast. I interviewed Jack Conti. I wouldn't even say I interviewed him. I mean, we had a discussion about Patreon, and it's really, really interesting. It really will tell you what it is and help you out.
Yeah.
Also, check out our Patreon page because there's a lot of cool stuff for all different. $1 a month gets you some stuff. $5 a month gets you awesome stuff, and it just goes on from there. And we have a brand new awesome Patreon video featuring you guys, Patreon supporters, and it is awesome to see. I got emotional editing it because it was amazing.
Yeah.
All of you guys made my life meaningful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was pretty intense.
This is cool for you guys, though. For those of you who didn't like Patreon and said, like, well, they're already getting all that YouTube ad money.
Yeah,
All
now
that YouTube money.
we're ditching that
Yeah.
because it's the
You
ads are
don't.
annoying.
You can watch everything for free, no ads and stuff, and we're just
Yeah.
relying
Now
on.
we're-
Hopefully, if you enjoy it, you'll help us out.
Yeah,
That's about
completely.
it.
With
100%.
the rebels.
100% supported by you guys.
Yeah.
Viewers like you.
This whole thing kind of hit me when I was paying for Check It Out with Dr. Steve Brule Season 3. I was like, okay, I could very easily just get this for free somewhere, for sure. But I was like, you know what? I love this show. I love it. I want to support it. And so I paid for the HD season pass. Like the
Yeah,
$10
you don't need to
SD
see-
season pass, I could have paid for because it's not even an HD show. But I was like, you know what? No, screw it. I'm going to pay the $15.
Yeah.
And I was like, it feels good. I'm supporting what I like. And then I was also like, I was listening to a cool podcast that I like, and I was like looking on their website just randomly, and I read, there was like a frequently asked questions, how can we sponsor your show? And their reply was, we are an ad-free, sponsor-free show. And I was like, oh my God, I wish I could say that. And you know what? We can say it. We're doing it. We're going for it.
Your wish came true because you wished upon that right star.
I think this is the way to go. I think this is kind of like the future of things. If you like it, you'll support it. And
If not,
thank you
I
so
think-
much if you do. And if not, you still get to watch it for free.
Yeah, and if not, now you have no ads. You're welcome.
Yeah, and you should just be thanking everybody that has chosen to support us, really. That's it.
So we hope you enjoy the new ride that
Yes.
we're on.
And if you are a supporter, you can give yourself a double pat on the back for being a special person.
yeah, you've been a part of this whole thing.
and
but,
you get cool shit.
Yeah, you get really cool shit. Speaking of cool
You-
shit,
You guys made that hot dog.
made that hot dog happen. If you are a Patreon supporter, you got early the latest commentary track, which is for Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Oh,
And this was
golly.
inspired by the last episode of PMI when we did the whole "Hey Freak Show, you're going nowhere." The whole Bonesaw thing. People thought that was so funny. We decided let's just do Spider-Man. So that's the new commentary track. If you're a Patreon supporter, you already got it early and for no extra charge. But if not, it is available. In case you don't know, first 24 hours these First 24 hours, these commentary tracks are only 99 cents, and then after that, they're only $2 or $1.99, if you will. So we hope you'll jump on them early if you aren't a Patreon supporter because it's only $1, and they're really cool and they're fun.
Hashtag full Patreon.
Hashtag full Patreon, baby. Very
Now we
excited
got-
about this.
Are you ready for video game news?
Almost, because the last thing I'm going to say is just
I'm
in
sorry.
case they didn't notice, trailers. Trailer reviews. We will no longer be doing them separately. It's just...
We're bringing them
God.
trailers
Well,
back.
as much as I love all the people that do this stuff along with us, I'm not going to name anybody specifically, but everybody that does like movie reviews, trailer reviews, every time I see like 5 trailer reviews in a row for the same trailer, I'm like,
Yeah.
what is there to say? How much is there to say about it? Christ! And I can't contribute anymore. I just can't do it.
That being said, we
We
are
love talking
still
about
we're still
it.
pretty much
It doesn't require a separate video, in my opinion,
No,
though.
if
I don't think
Avengers
so.
2 has a big trailer, we're gonna say, "Wow,
Check it out.
the Avengers."
check it
But
out.
it'll be at the start of the episode of pretty much it. It won't be like,
a separate whole
a
thing.
separate thing, exactly. But
Natural,
Yeah,
organic.
exactly. It's organic.
discussion.
Yes, and normally these breaks will be shorter. This is a long one.
Jesus.
But again, the idea is,
Lot of
and
stuff to
with the
cover.
break, the idea is that if you don't give a shit at the start of the show, you shouldn't have to sit through the things that are going to help support us potentially, the things you might be interested in. If you don't care, you can skip it. Choose Your News is up right now. You can skip ahead if you want.
Whoa.
You know what I mean?
Whoa.
And the last thing, very quickly, giveaways. We give away a free shirt every single week. Make sure you click the link in the info to enter this week's giveaway, and you can win a free shirt. We've actually had somebody win 3 times because nobody enters.
Wow.
I'm serious. So
Look at that.
Get a
why aren't
free
you entering?
wardrobe.
It's such a waste. You could get a free shirt.
Wow.
But anyway, click the link in the info for that. And now finally, let's go on to the video game news. We're back from break.
Yes, we are.
And you didn't pee, so good luck.
Oh no, I didn't. Oh god.
You just reminded his bladder that he needed to go.
Well,
His
first,
bladder's like, oh no.
first on the list for video game news is the Assassin's Creed movie is getting a script rewrite, and that's
Oh,
it.
no.
That's it. I don't want to talk about it because that's it. That's the news. I don't know why I picked that to be a thing because
Thank you, Jake.
That's
Great.
It.
I loved your insight on that.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't you just make something up? Why don't you just say,
I think it's because Michael Fassbender wanted to play Ezio, not Altair.
he wanted to play Future Man.
So they had to rewrite the whole movie.
Okay, Michael.
That was a pretty good
Not you.
video game joke. But
Thank you. Thank you, Jake.
well, guys.
Right over my head.
Well, gentlemen, The Last of Us is going to be on PS4 finally. I know we've have we
Didn't we
talked
talk about? I
we
think
talked
we did.
about it. Now it's like
I'm pretty sure we did talk about this.
now
last
it's like
week.
totally real.
Man, Jake, you gotta hop on that video game train.
What? I clearly I am on the video game train.
Clearly, you are not.
Why?
Because we talked about this last.
Yeah,
time.
but now we're talking. Well, because now a banner just appeared on Sony's website.
Oh, this
that's
is
like
news.
The Last of Us enhanced whatever edition.
Oh, is it going to
Interesting.
be like better graphics?
yeah, it's gonna be on PS4.
Up
They're gonna
to-
upres
Woo.
it. I'm sure the DLC will be included.
Are
Stuff
you gonna
like
get
that.
it?
Yeah, I'll get it. Of course, everyone's got a butt to pick. A butt to pick.
Oh.
A bone to
No,
pick.
Jake.
No.
With the fact
I'm
that
gonna
it
use
costs,
that from now on, though.
with the fact
I've
that it
got a
costs
butt to pick
$60
with you.
Yeah, it's gonna be another $60
I'll
bucks,
pick
of
your-
course.
I'll pick
Hey.
your butt. Yeah, $60. That's like I mean, I don't care, but that's me.
the price
I
of a
spend a
game.
lot of money on video games.
I'd say The Last of Us is well worth $60.
With the multiplayer that's actually pretty good, I'd say yeah, it's
Cool.
a full package. But it's funny that like this seemed like at first like when it happened, all of like video game people were like, oh my god, look at this leak on
Right,
Sony's
right.
website. But it's still up. They haven't taken the banner down.
Interesting.
So it's like a weird way of them announcing it.
Huh.
They're like, yeah, click. Yeah,
All right,
there
works
it
for me.
is. But
It's just like how they announced the new Doom game.
Oh yeah.
yeah, it's like, oh
yeah.
yeah, pre-order this game and you
Pre-order
can play Doom.
Bomb.
Yeah.
The end.
But we also are getting a new Borderlands. That is the big thing right
Okay.
now. That was announced today.
That's like,
I know.
I,
It's just
no,
like-
it's not.
Wait, I'm
wish-
curious. You both have different
Yeah,
reactions.
We both
here.
have different reactions. My reaction was going to be, I wish I got into Borderlands because
Oh.
it looks so fun, but like I didn't get into Borderlands 1.
Is that the one with like that loudmouth little guy?
little robot guy?
Yeah.
Claptrap. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I tell
Okay,
you,
I've heard
I'll
of it.
tell you what.
I just didn't hop on the train.
You should just hop on because there's no story or anything. Even though that's what I think. I think this new Borderlands exists to kind of world build. That's always been my criticism of Borderlands.
World
It
build.
puts itself on like this thing, like things matter in it, but it's like this goofy game. And Telltale is making the spin-off adventure game in the world. I think they need some world building, and this pre-sequel type thing that takes place in between 1 and 2. It's a smaller game. It's not as big as Borderlands 2. It's done by a smaller studio, but it's like a filler game.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it fills into story. Like you learn more about the enemy of Borderlands 2 and stuff like that. That's cool. I'm not like chomping at the bit for it. I'm not like a die-hard Borderlands fan.
Okay.
But I'm into it.
What would you
I'm into
chomp at? Whose bits would you chomp?
And when you're picking butts and chomping bits.
Metal Gear Solid.
Ooh.
Anything Metal Gear Solid. I will chomp at Hideo Kojima's Japanese bits.
Oh God. Okay.
Bitcoins?
Dogecoins? That's a thing too.
Is
Is
it
that how you
Doge?
say
I
it?
thought it was
Doge?
Doge.
Dogie?
It doesn't matter.
I
Do you think I
think
care?
it's Dogie, but
God,
God.
I don't pay attention to the internet name.
No.
Regardless, Super Smash Brothers had like a full blowout Nintendo Direct this
Yeah,
week.
in the notes it says Super Smash Brothers. Holy shit!
Yeah, I don't know. I'm really excited. It looks
Really?
good on 3DS.
It's
Like,
on three. Oh, it's on 3DS.
It's on 3DS and Wii U,
Oh,
and
okay.
it runs 30 frames smooth. Oh no, 60 frames smooth on
I was
3DS.
gonna say okay,
Yeah.
30 frames smooth, so it's,
It's
at
like
the level
okay,
of
great,
early
like
90s.
it's okay.
Yeah.
No, but 60 frames smooth on 3DS with all these mini games and full character roster.
Cool.
It's a full Smash Brothers game.
What number is this? Do you know?
This is
3. Wait,
no,
4.
this is 4.
4, because they did Super Smash Brothers, Super Smash Brothers Melee,
Super Smash Brothers Brawl.
Brawl. That's right. Okay, so this is 4. All right, so it's not like it's up there with Mario Kart, where
They
there's like
didn't
20 of
announce
them,
that.
or Mario
Mario Kart
Party.
8.
So are they
Jesus.
just calling this Super Smash Brothers? No name?
I believe so.
The
yeah.
Super Smash Brothers.
The Super Smash
The Super
Brothers.
Smash. Yeah.
Any new characters we know of yet or not yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like a-
They've
there's
been
a-
announcing them.
Anybody exciting, or have they kind of gone through everybody already?
Yeah, I'd say
No,
nothing.
it's-
I'm excited to play as Olimar from Pikmin just to see.
He was
like,
in Brawl.
He was. Yeah, I was gonna say. I know he's been in another one.
Oh shit, he was.
Yeah.
I forgot
You
about that.
goon.
I don't.
You didn't even play Brawl.
I'm like a Super Smash Brothers hipster. Like I
You
still play
own the Wii
GameCube.
U, but you don't
Yeah, I
buy
think-
any.
No, I
games.
still play the
Uh,
GameCube one.
the
I
only
still-
new
Oh no, not the
characters-
GameCube one. The
N64.
It's like take Brawl for instance. That was like, look at all these crazy characters that are gonna be in the game.
Yeah.
This one, it's like more Pokemon,
Yeah.
The Punch Out guy.
I'm telling you, the Punch Out guy.
Fit trainers.
The classic Mike Tyson's Punch Out, the NES game.
Uh-huh.
You get to play as like the boxer from it. And
Yeah.
he's got like he's a ground-based character with like big punches, but like he's a boxer, so like he doesn't have any like aerial moves. And like they actually animated it, like they gave him animations to make him look incompetent in the air. Like when you're in the air and you're doing like your jump move, he's just like.
That's great. All right, that sounds cute.
I can't wait. It's coming out in the 3DS version is coming out in the summer, I believe, and then the Wii U version is coming out in the winter. And
That's
that
what
sucks.
I was gonna say. Like,
Clever.
why would they release?
Because if you're really
Because
itching at the
Nintendo.
bit or whatever it was.
Yeah, but it's like if.
Oh, I'm buying both. I mean,
Yeah.
I would have
You got
thought
me.
that like if you want to come out of the gate and say here's the new Super Smash Brothers, I'll love it, eat it up.
Can they cross over? Like, can they cross over in the sense of like like if you get like achievements
No.
and stuff on one?
that's-
you know,
well,
I feel like they would
never
have
mind.
done something cutesy like that.
PSP could do that if it was a
Yeah,
PlayStation
Oh well.
game.
Do like
What
a
happened to the PSP? Remember that was a big deal a while ago.
Yeah,
Anyway,
nobody
PS
cares.
Vita
Yeah.
now.
oh that's right, the Vita's still
Hello.
around.
Hello.
Remember
The
there was a
one
kid in
other-
our school that had 2 of them. Anyway,
He was a
I'm not going to say his
douchebag.
name, but I do know it.
Yeah. The one last news thing of the week excited me the most is the fact Game Informer had all this information about a leaked, canceled Darth Maul game.
Yeah, what's this all about?
Holy shit!
What's
I
the
don't
deal
know.
with
I
this?
love the whole like the game itself. There's leaked gameplay footage out there. If you Google it, it's there. But it looks like a pretty awesome basic light. It looks like Force Unleashed, like you said.
Yeah,
Force
it looks
Unleashed
like
with
DLC for the Force Unleashed.
which
like,
is fucking
uh,
cool because you're
Darth
Darth
Maul.
Maul.
Yeah.
But the coolest part about this whole thing, I read into like the details of it, like the story and the ideas they had and what they wanted to do with Darth Maul
Yeah.
and his backstory was really cool. Like it was like limitless. Like it was this whole thing with like him being trained by Palpatine and like him kind of being forced into it. Like he was kidnapped as a
So it's like
boy and
story
stuff.
building
yeah.
stuff
Yeah,
that you
really-
appreciate for sure.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
the
And
gameplay looked fun.
yeah, and it's canceled. Obviously,
Canceled.
LucasArts is done.
Right,
It's,
right.
it's
So that
the
was
same
a
fate as
victim.
1313.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still pissed off that 1313 didn't happen. Only because they built that up so hard.
The worst part was that after it all went down, like after it got canceled, they built it up, they canceled it, and then after they canceled it, they were like, "Oh, it was gonna be a Boba Fett game."
It was
Sorry.
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
be a Boba Fett
Everyone's
game.
like, "God damn,
Damn
it."
you!
It's like at what was it like E3? Like they had like a special room you had to go into where like they
Yeah, it was
buckled
behind
you
closed
into
doors.
this goddamn
Strap you
thing.
in, they're like, "Get ready for this game."
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not gonna.
But no, alas,
Wars.
no more.
Oh, well.
You know, we are going to be getting good Star Wars games in the near future now.
Battlefront's coming out.
Battlefront, stuff like that. But goddamn, this looked really cool.
Oh well.
But that's it for video game news.
All those
the
poor
Oh,
dogs.
Pour one out for Darth Maul. It's like
Darth
a sad
Maul.
Darth Maul. For,
My
just,
homies.
for just
Pour one
15
out.
cents, you can contribute to his robot leg fund.
Pouring out for my Jedis. Oh, I don't know why there was like that hesitation, but okay.
I don't, you would be pouring it out for the Sith.
Oh, that's true.
Or you would
He's
pour
not
it
a
out for
Jedi.
Qui-Gon, who got killed really easily. 'cause
Hey,
he sucks.
spoilers. 1999. All right, so why don't we move on to the poll?
Yeah, let's do
last
it.
week's poll, last episode's poll question was, how will Gordon get his mustache on Gotham?
Yeah.
I vote for witchcraft.
Okay. Okay, so we got. I'm
These
going
answers
to
are
go in
great.
a different order. I'm actually going to go from first place on because I actually think they get funnier as they go.
Yeah, they do.
First place was by growing hair.
Okay.
Wow! Congratulations.
Second
That's
place
pretty
was a SpongeBob joke, mermaid magic. Third place was Bruce Wayne will put a mustache on his face and say, "This is not the mustache you need, but the one you deserve." It's cute. And then this is where they get funny. Sam Elliott will grant him his mustache through telekinesis. That's great. I like this one. Bit by a radioactive mustache. I think you might have said that.
I got bit by a radioactive
Yeah.
mustache.
And then my favorite, he'll fall into a vat of mustaches.
He's like dangling over the edge. Like, help me, Batman.
Batman just, yeah.
Oh my
We were
God.
talking about this on the train right here. We were saying how blatantly they're gonna the heavy-handed like foreshadowing that is probably gonna be in this Gotham. Like, oh, that girl sure is like a cat.
Right.
We were saying with Gotham it was gonna be like, oh, Gordon, one day you're gonna be old and you're gonna have a mustache.
It's just very blatant. One of
like,
these days.
Oh yeah, we were specifically saying, oh, that Joe Chill. It's like that Joe guy is really chilly. Someone should stop him before he does
something bad.
Yeah.
He might
Before
murder a couple.
He might shoot Bruce Wayne's parents and then make Batman.
Who? I don't know.
I don't know. A man that I don't know.
Yeah,
Hey,
no, that's
Bruce.
a different character.
Bruce, why are you so afraid of bats? Stop dressing up like a bat, Bruce.
You fag.
Bruce, what are you, Batman? Batman! You're Batman, Bruce! You were Batman the whole time, but now you're a kid and you're going to grow up to be Batman.
Or it's gonna be like a really bad voiceover, and he's gonna be like, ever since I was really little.
Next, let's talk about the poll that we're going to do going forward.
I love how he like
Where we're all friends.
put emphasis on really, like when he was really little.
Because he's still a kid. Like I kind of fucked it up by saying he was a kid.
The next
thinking
poll
about being a
question
kid.
is Mary Jane.
Oh, sex.
It's going to be 420 soon. What you smoking? No.
This is my day, Mary Jane.
Who do you think should play Mary Jane if Shailene Woodley's going to get killed?
Is it really? Is 420 really Bob Marley's birthday, or is that like a
It's Hitler's birthday.
So if you go to facebook.com/prettymuchit, you can vote in the poll. And the poll question once again is, who do you think should play Mary Jane? I don't know if we've done it before. I don't think we have. Who do you think should play Mary Jane now that Shailene Woodley is very likely kaput? Nerds.
Ow.
Oh, you hurt your hand.
Right.
But now we're gonna wrap up with a new, kind of a new thing, but we're bringing something back, I guess. Ask PMI.
Oh.
We're gonna take a couple of questions at the end of every
Rapid
episode.
fire questions.
Yeah, quick.
Boom.
So we got at Drew Bellamo said, "What time is it right now? It's 5:00." At Conman Ginger, I think it is. He asked, "What celebrity guest would you like to host and why? Who and why?" Honestly, realistically, I think it'd be super cool. I always jump to Shane Carruth, but not to host, like to guest host, but like just to have on the show at some point. To guest host, I don't freaking know.
Guest host. I want
Walter Cronkite? He's
Yeah.
dead.
no
He's
guest
down.
host. I want oh man.
A guest host?
Who's somebody
I'd
that we
want,
shit on all the time?
Leonardo DiCaprio, but he'd have to be in character as Jordan Belfort.
I bet you he'd do that for free.
Oh.
I don't know. Honestly, it's hard to say because anyone I can think of, I'm thinking of the guys behind Marble Hornets. That's celebrity guest. I
I'm
don't
thinking
know.
of boring people, Eric. Don't you want Dwayne the Rock Johnson?
There you go. I'll go with
Yeah.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson. How
Could he
about
fit
that?
in this room? Would his muscles destroy the
They
chair?
honestly, he
Almost.
would not fit through our door.
We'd have to help him through the door, but
Help him.
he could take my
We'd have
chair.
to
Come
butter
on,
up the
Dwayne.
door.
He could take my chair. I'll just stand in the back.
The Daltonator at the Daltonator asks, "What is your perfect Sunday?" We'll go around. Mike, what do you do? Well, more so, I would say, what do you do on Sundays? Do you have a schedule?
My perfect Sunday is to wake up and make a Sunday, and then
Jake, what about you?
and then
ideal.
do nothing for the rest.
We're
of
all friends.
Well, I'm usually I know God, this question hits home because I'm always really busy on Sundays, but I really wish I could just do nothing.
What are you
so
doing?
really, I'm doing schoolwork or work or whatever.
What?
Book
I
work,
really,
worm work.
I really would love to
Lame-o.
just
What a
watch
loser.
watch movies all day
Nerds.
on a Sunday.
All right.
Yeah.
Like when you have some time, you say you're super busy, but then again, you did have time to watch Batman
Twice.
Batman and Robin twice in a row, was it?
Oh, Batman Forever.
Batman
twice,
Forever
yeah.
twice in a row.
Yeah, that's
My perfect Sunday is I called him out. My perfect Sunday is honestly not doing a whole lot during the day so I can relax a little bit and sleep in for God's sake. And then I try to come to the studio around 4:00 to work on the Monday show if I can. And then at 6:00 we have rehearsal for Pity Applause. And then at 8:00 we leave the studio. And at 9:00 usually we try to watch Sunday features at the house.
That's so
Paul and
great.
I
You
pick
guys-
a movie, and that's it.
So
You
your
guys
Sundays
have-
are perfect.
Yeah, they're great.
You guys have
Well,
such-
they're not right now. They're not because it's all over the place right now.
Your
But
guys'
usually they're great.
Sundays are so much more structured than mine. It's like when I wake up.
Well, I mean,
it's
I don't
like,
have any whipped cream.
When I wake up, I just there's nothing. It's just like I guess I could make a Sunday.
I just imagine
Or
the sound of emptiness from SpongeBob.
Just there's nothingness.
Yeah. And
That's my life.
the last question is from at Lonnie Donahoe. Lonnie
The
himself.
famous Lonnie.
He asks, "When can I replace Jake as a regular or a permanent cast member on Pretty Much It?"
I tell you what, Lonnie. Excuse me.
Doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter because.
Well, I'll tell you what. You make all your funny images. You invented Zippy the Duck and stuff like that.
I
But
invented
Well,
Zippy the
actually,
Duck.
Mike,
well,
we're
yeah,
all
but
friends.
But he characterized. He embodied Zippy the Duck for what it
okay,
really
he brought
is.
him to life,
But I tell you this. We don't even really know your real identity. Lonnie Donahoe isn't even your real name.
which I only just discovered recently.
So
You shit.
divulge your real identity, or every day we'll kill a hostage. No, then you can come on the show.
We'll send a little bit of your whatever back.
We'll cut off your wife's toe and send
Yeah.
it to you in the mail.
And that's it for this week's episode.
What a
Thank you so
mess.
much, everybody, for watching. Hey, the last thing I'm going to mention, I should have mentioned during the break, because that's where we can plug things that are going on. I want Jake to mention PAX, because you'll be hacking around PAX.
Oh yeah, hey guys.
They probably by this point missed your panel, but
Yeah, if you guys are at PAX this weekend, and if you caught this, PAX East, a game convention in Boston, I'm gonna be there. Say hi to me and validate my career choice.
and I
Be
will
nice
be
to me.
performing in Pity Applause Friday night, so there's still time. If you live in New York, there's still
Yeah.
time. It's in Brooklyn.
This is a
Facebook.com/PayDayPlus.
big one
Check
because
it
it's
out.
90 minutes, right?
First 90-minute show.
Yeah.
Yep. We have music. We have comedy. It's going to be wonderful.
You can come to my house and help me clean up.
And that's pretty much it.